Hello friends, Koolio here and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, I want to share with you my list for the top 10 most anticipated upcoming mobile games of 2019 and early 2020. Now this list includes a large variety of mobile games from strategy to action and everything in between. Now since it is my list, I decided to add a couple of games I am personally excited about, and with the number one game on this list being my most anticipated. So if you enjoy the list, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's get started with our number 10 spot. At number 10, we have Diablo Immortal by Blizzard Entertainment and NetEase Games. And before you run down to the comments and start calling out the major problems behind the development and the announcement of the game, I am totally aware of its history. Now, besides the major negativity that surrounded the game, I wanted to include the game on the list due to it being Blizzard's first foray into the mobile gaming genre and the chance for the Diablo franchise to shine on mobile. Now, we've had some great Diablo-esque style games on the mobile platform, but the first time for an official release. However, I am still cautious about the game as Blizzard has made some missteps when it has come to their Diablo franchise. So yes, I am being hopeful about the game, but I am also treading lightly. Now with BlizzCon just around the corner, I am hoping for an official release date announcement or launch to happen before the end of the year. Coming up at number 9, we have Genshin Impact, the next game by the makers of Honkai Impact 3rd. First, I gotta say this game looks amazing. It has a striking anime aesthetic that definitely has some major influences from games like Zelda Breath of the Wild, which, to be honest, that game is fantastic, so that's a plus for this game. Now, MiHoYo, the company working on the game, is bringing their knowledge of action combat and combining it with a vibrant, massive world. Now, the game is slated for an early 2020 release and recently held a closed beta test, giving us a chance to see the product in the making. Now, not only is the game going to be released for mobile, but also for PC and even the PS4. Now, with its official launch happening in several languages and including the English language as well. Next, at number 8, we have Marvel Super War, another game by NetEase. Marvel Super Wars wants to combine the massive Marvel Comics universe with the action-packed gameplay of a MOBA and then stick it directly on our phones. Now, I got a chance to play the game during its closed beta testing, and though it was still rough around the edges, the potential for a breakout MOBA game is definitely there. Now, if NetEase can bring their same well-beloved formula found in their other MOBA, OmniOG Arena, to Marvel Super War, then we definitely have a hit on our hands. Now, the only concern I really have for the game is the lack of interest in new mobile MOBAs, and I am just really hoping that this game isn't too late. Coming in at number 7, we have another Marvel mobile game, Marvel Realm of Champions. Now this game was just announced at New York Comic Con, and though we don't have any gameplay footage of Marvel Realm of Champions just yet, its main features of faction-based gameplay and endless hero customization definitely has me hyped. Now it has a strong emphasis on joining a hero house, battling for that said house, and taking on epic player versus player and player versus environment content. And with an already massive community behind Kabam's other Marvel game, Marvel Contest of Champions, this one is sure to draw in people's attention and hold it for years to come. Now, if you want to know everything that we know on the game so far, I have made a video covering the subject with a link down below. Okay, at number 6, we have Arknights, developed by Hypergriff and to be published sometime by the end of the year by Yoastar Inc., the publishers behind the insanely popular waifu collector Azure Lane. Now, the game promises to introduce a fresh take on the hero collecting genre with its dark sci-fi tower defense gameplay and absolutely gorgeous, grim artwork. Now, the same artist working on this game also made the strikingly unique art style of another popular waifu collector, Girls Frontline. Now, I have also done a first impressions video on the Chinese client, so if you are interested in checking it out, I will have a link down below. And man, now that I think about it, I'm gonna have a lot of links to other videos in the description. Sorry guys. Okay, at the halfway point with number 5, we have 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross by Netmarble. Now this game truly captures the anime and its world in a massive mobile game, which you can't really say that about a lot of other games. I've also done a first impressions on the Japanese release of the game, and we'll have a video linked down below. Now, unlike a lot of other anime 2 hero collector mobile games, this one doesn't really cut any corners by using those, the 2D chibi models, but instead uses full 3D character models that have amazing animations and great skill design. Now, the game has a large variety of cosmetics options for your characters to collect, and a fairly unique card combat system as well. Now, there isn't a confirmed global release date just yet for the game, but things are starting to point to an early 2020 launch here in the West. Alright, at number 4 we have Last Cloudia, developed by Atus Inc. Now, the game has been available in Japanese as of April of this year. However, the game was just announced to be releasing in English by the end of this year, but eagle-eyed fans have spotted October 17th as its possible release date, which was noted in multiple app stores. Now, Last Cloudia takes a major step ahead in the pixel art game by not only creating incredible pixel art, but combining it in a vibrant 3D environment and then letting us manually control a team of heroes within that environment. Now, this is another game I've done a video on, so if you want a more in-depth look at it, I'll have a link down below. Now we get to the big 3, starting with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius War of the Visions. That is a really long name for a game. Now, this new hero collector is taking the same gameplay elements of games like Final Fantasy Tactics and Alchemist Code, but updating it. And I have seen people say like, this is just a reskin version of Alchemist Code. Is that really such a bad thing? Alchemist Code is a great game, so this is going to be an amazing game. Now, this game is developed by Square Enix and published by Gumi. Now, the game is set to release by the end of the year. Now, to be honest about the game, I wasn't super hyped for it till I began to take a closer look at its gameplay. And it recently released a gameplay trailer showing off live co-op gameplay, and well, that was what it really hit home for me, and I started deep diving more into the game. Now, this is the only game on my list not slated for an English release, but you know what? It's my list, so I can mix things up, okay? Okay, coming in at number 2, we have Black Desert Mobile, being published in the West by Pearl Abyss Games, and if any recent teases by the developers are anything to go off of, it could be released any day now as of the publishing of this video. Now, this is another game I've done a recent video on, which I'll have a link down below if you want to check it out, but basically it takes the massive experience of the PC MMORPG and squishes it down to smartphone size without losing any quality. And yes, the game does have auto questing and auto combat, I gotta let you guys know that, but for a game like Black Desert where it really shines with its PvP and endgame content, the manual combat system is fantastic and works incredibly well on a mobile device. And finally, coming in at the number 1 spot is my personal most hyped mobile game, scheduled to be released sometime early 2020, and that game is Warhammer Odyssey by Virtual Realms. Now, the main reason I am excited for this game is the developers have a strong emphasis on no auto combat and no auto questing, but an actually challenging PvE content. Now, along with the game, it takes place in the old world of Warhammer Fantasy, allowing us to explore iconic locations and experience its dark fantasy for ourselves. Now, we haven't gotten a good gameplay trailer for the game just yet, but we were teased with a sneak peek at its world environments, and it's starting to look really good. So there you have it. That is my list for the top 10 upcoming mobile games for 2019 and 2020. Now, if you have any game on this list that you're personally excited for, let me know down below in the comment section. If there's a game that I missed on this list that you think should be on this list, let me know down below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. Okay, friends, my name's Koolio, and I'll see you guys all next time.